Challenge at Cherry Lane 2.1, The Lost Bird Dilemma. As Lily and Benny strolled down Cherry Lane, the sweet scent of blooming cherry blossoms filled the air. Suddenly, a soft chirping caught their attention. "What's that sound, Benny?" Lily asked, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. Benny perked up his ears and twitched his nose. "It sounds like a bird in trouble. Let's find it." With determination, they followed the sound until they reached a small bush where a tiny bluebird flapped its wings frantically. The little bird looked up at them with wide eyes. "I was trying to learn how to fly higher than the tallest tree when I got tangled in these branches," it chirped sadly. Lily nodded thoughtfully. "Okay, I'll gently untangle the branches while you keep an eye on the bird." As she worked delicately, she spoke soothingly to the frightened creature. "You're going to be okay. Just hold on tight." "Thank you for helping me," chirped the bluebird as Lily freed its wing. "Now I can try flying again," it tatted excitedly. Benny clapped his paws together. "Let's cheer for our new friend." With a gentle push from Lily's hand, the bluebird took off into the sky, but quickly circled back down. "Wait, I want to thank you properly." It landed gracefully on Lily's shoulder. 2.2. Creative clues lead the way. As Lily and Benny continued their adventure down Cherry Lane, they stumbled upon a peculiar sight. A series of colorful feathers scattered across the path. "Look at these, Benny. They're so vibrant," Lily exclaimed, kneeling to examine them closely. Benny sniffed the air, his nose twitching with excitement. "I bet these belong to our bluebird friend. Maybe it's trying to tell us something." Lily's eyes sparkled with curiosity. "What if these feathers are clues? We should follow them." With renewed determination, they began to trace the trail of feathers deeper into the enchanting grove. As they walked, they noticed that each feather seemed to point in a different direction. "This one is pointing towards that big oak tree," Benny said, gesturing with his paw. "And look over there. That feather is leading us toward the sparkling stream." "Let's check out the oak tree first," Lily suggested eagerly. "Maybe we'll find more clues there," Benny agreed. The duo hurried over to the majestic oak tree, its branches swaying gently in the breeze. Beneath it lay a small pile of acorns arranged in a perfect circle. "What do you think this means?" Lily pondered aloud. Benny scratched his head thoughtfully. "Perhaps it's a sign that we need to look up. The bluebird might be trying to show us where it wants to go next." Lily nodded enthusiastically and pointed upwards. "Let's climb up on this low branch and see if we can spot anything unusual from above." With teamwork and careful movements, they climbed onto the sturdy branch together. From their elevated perch, they spotted another feather fluttering high above in a nearby bush. "There it is!" Benny shouted excitedly. "It looks like our bluebird is waiting for us." 2.3. A joyful reunion. As Lily and Benny perched on the branch, their hearts raced with anticipation. The vibrant feather fluttered in the breeze, a beacon guiding them toward their bluebird friend. "Do you think it really is our bluebird?" Benny asked, his eyes wide with excitement. Lily nodded vigorously. "It has to be. We've followed its clues all this way." With a shared glance of determination, they carefully climbed down from the branch and made their way toward the bush where the feather danced playfully. As they approached, a soft chirping filled the air, growing louder with each step. Suddenly, there it was, the bluebird. It perched on a low branch, its feathers shimmering like jewels in the sunlight. "You found me," it trilled joyfully. Benny jumped up and down. "We did! We followed your feathers." The bluebird fluffed its feathers proudly. "I knew you would come. I wanted to show you something special." It hopped closer, gesturing with its beak towards a hidden glade just beyond the bush. "What's in there?" Lily asked curiously. "A surprise for both of you," Rep lied the bluebird with a twinkle in its eye. The trio ventured into the glade together, where wildflowers bloomed in every color imaginable. The air was sweet with their fragrance, and butterflies flitted about like living confetti. "This is beautiful," Lily exclaimed, her eyes sparkling as she took in the scene. Benny sniffed at a nearby flower and grinned. "It smells amazing too. Thank you for leading us here." The bluebird chirped happily. "I wanted to share this magical place with my friends who helped me find my lost feathers." It spread its wings wide as if embracing them all in warmth. Lily smiled brightly at Benny and then back at their feathered friend. This is truly a joyful reunion. We're so glad we could help you. Journey to Jellybean Bridge 3.1, Discovering the Wobbly Bridge. The sun shone brightly as Lily and Benny approached the infamous Jellybean Bridge, a structure that seemed to sway gently in the breeze. Its vibrant colors sparkled like candy under the sunlight, but there was something about it that made Lily's heart race with excitement and a hint of fear. "Look at those jelly beans, they're so big," exclaimed Benny, his tiny blue bow tie bouncing as he hopped closer to the edge of the bridge. "I wonder if we can eat them," Lily giggled, her eyes wide with wonder. "Maybe after we cross. But first, we need to figure out how to get over this wobbly thing." She took a deep breath and stepped onto the bridge cautiously. As soon as her foot touched the first jelly bean, the bridge wobbled beneath her. "Whoa!" she squealed, grabbing Benny's paw for support. "It feels like walking on a trampoline." Benny chuckled nervously. "Do you think it's safe? What if we bounce too high?" "We'll just have to be careful," Lily replied confidently. "Let's take it one step at a time." With each step they took, they found their rhythm. Lily would count aloud while Benny encouraged her. 1, 2, 3. "You're doing great, Lily. Just keep your balance." Suddenly, a gust of wind blew through, causing the bridge to sway even more dramatically. Lily gasped as she felt herself wobble dangerously close to one side. "Hold on tight," shouted Benny as he leaped up beside her. Together, they steadied themselves against each other. "See? We can do this together," Lily said with determination sparkling in her eyes. With renewed courage and teamwork guiding them forward, they continued across Jellybean Bridge, discovering that sometimes facing fears is sweeter when shared with a friend. 3.2. Teamwork on Trial. As Lily and Benny continued their journey across Jellybean Bridge, the wobbly structure began to test their resolve. Each step felt like a mini adventure, but soon they encountered a new challenge. A section of the bridge had started to sway more violently than before. "Lily, look at that jelly bean over there," Benny pointed excitedly, but his eyes widened as he noticed how the bridge trembled beneath them. "What if we fall?" Lily took a deep breath, her heart racing. "We won't fall if we stick together. Remember what we practiced. Counting helps us keep our balance." She squeezed Benny's paw reassuringly. 1, 2, 3. "You're doing great, Lily. Just keep your balance." With each count, they moved in unison, but suddenly a loud creak echoed through the air. The bridge lurched unexpectedly, sending both friends stumbling sideways. "Whoa! Hold on tight!" shouted Benny as he flailed his arms for stability. Lily gasped, but quickly regained her composure. "Benny, we need to lean into it together," she instructed, her voice steady despite the chaos around them. Benny nodded vigorously. "Okay, on 3 again?" "Yes. 1, 2, 3. They leaned towards each other just as another gust of wind hit, and miraculously steadied themselves against the swaying jelly beans. "See? We can do this," Lily exclaimed with newfound confidence. "Teamwork makes us stronger." Benny grinned widely. "I knew we could do it. Let's keep going." With renewed determination, they pressed forward across the bridge, realizing that facing challenges was much easier when they relied on one another. 3.3 Safe Crossing Celebration. As Lily and Benny finally stepped off the swaying Jellybean Bridge, a wave of relief washed over them. They had made it. The vibrant colors of the jelly beans surrounding them seemed to sparkle even brighter in celebration of their successful crossing. "We did it, Benny!" Lily exclaimed, her eyes shining with excitement. "I knew we could make it together." Benny jumped up and down, his little paws barely touching the ground. "That was amazing! I thought we were going to fall for sure!" He laughed, still feeling the adrenaline from their adventure. Just then, a group of friendly jellybean creatures emerged from behind a nearby candy tree. They were colorful and cheerful, ready to join in on the celebration. One of them, a plump purple jellybean named Jilly, approached with a wide grin. "Congratulations on your brave crossing. We've been watching you too," she said warmly. "You showed great teamwork out there." "Thank you. It was really wobbly," Benny replied, still catching his breath. "But we counted together and leaned into it," added Lily proudly. "Teamwork makes us stronger." The jelly beans cheered in agreement, clapping their tiny hands together. Jilly clapped her hands excitedly and suggested, Let's have a party to celebrate your courage. We can dance under the candy lights. Benny's eyes lit up at the idea. Yes, let's do it, he shouted enthusiastically. Lily nodded eagerly as well. What kind of games do you have? She asked curiously. Jilly beamed and replied, We have jelly bean tosses and bubblegum blowing contests, and don't forget about our famous candy cake. The friends exchanged glances filled with joy and anticipation. As they joined the gathering crowd of jelly beans, laughter echoed through the air while colorful decorations adorned every corner around them.